running, I think the first thing is to ask oneself to the degree they feel healthy enough to do it. Now, if they're walking comfortably, they can go up flights of stairs without being out of breath. And those are, I think, two key things. Then start slow. I mean, life's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So I could say for 2024, I'm going to, run the New York Marathon. Well, remember how I began this conversation by saying Dr. Bleeker invited me to a 5K, then challenged me to a 10K. Then he said, are you bold enough to want to do for your 50th birthday a marathon? I took his challenge and threw it in. But in the interim, I did a couple of half marathons and built myself up. I got up to 22-mile runs and we're comfortable with that. The other thing is look up zone 2 running mentality or running program or running mindset, in that they say go out and harness yourself and run at a pace where you could do what we're doing now, converse. You don't have to go out there. And if this running pace for some is 13-minute miles or 12-minute miles or 11 or 10, 9, 8, down to 5, 4, so be it. I doubt anybody's running 4-minute miles and not huffing and puffing, but usually, somebody can get away with the 7 and up. So come out at your comfort level, feel your body, listen to it. And then also, I would recommend considering having a conversation with the doctor, one's doctor, get a good checkup. I had a pulmonologist. I wound up getting involved in my training because as I get older, I wanted to, and I had smoked, as I mentioned, cannabis when I was younger, and I wanted to, make sure that I had full capacity and was doing everything I had to do to make sure I was living my best life. So, yeah, I say check with a doctor. The other thing is don't be afraid to look at joining running groups. And the other thing I would say is hiring a coach. Those are, good areas in which they could be really helpful to. And then the last thing I'll leave you with this on this question is that the mindset is that, I started this thing through Bleeker, maybe, 10 going on 11 years. It was the summer of 13. So we're coming up on 10 and a half years. Started a 5K. Then I got upward within a year to a marathon. But I'm still running marathons. I'm still signing up for half marathons. I ran New York last year, even though I had a horrific training period. Horrific. But I finished. It was my worst marathon of all time, but I finished. And you know what? As you get older, you can't expect to do what you did 10 years ago, or you can't expect to run with people who are half your age or a quarter of your age. What you have to do is have reasonable goals. And saying, hey, how do I come out comfortably in this? How do I make it a joy? I mean, there's no gain, no pain, no gain. Well, that's a part of the training that's like really out there. I mean, most people can build themselves up with some slight pain, increase that level, your pain tolerance. Because if you're gonna finish a marathon, there's gonna be pain. I don't care how you cut it. You do 26.2 miles, that's on your feet. And if you do it 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, you're out there and you're pounding your body and you're moving and so it's a gradual building up of your strength, your stamina, and your pain tolerance. So, yeah.